All right, so I want to make this video very quick, very simple. I want to get it done. So let's get right into it. Hello everyone, my name is Jonathan Aquino and I teach the next generation. So today's video, I'm going to kind of just rattle through 15 tips to manage your time better. Now these are all, some of these are pretty self-explanatory. Some of these I might go a bit more in depth, but I'm going to try and keep it clear, concise, and short so that you can get 15 tips very quickly. These are all very helpful. I personally do a lot of these, if not all of them. And you should do the same if you want to be successful in life, as a business, as an entrepreneur, whatever the case may be, as a student, that you should be doing a lot of these, if not all of these, to be extremely successful. So starting off, you should take some breaks and you should relax before you sleep. So when I mean take breaks, I don't mean scrolling through Instagram, going to YouTube, doing something unproductive, masturbating, none of that crap. No. That's not a break. That's unproductive. When I mean take a break, go on a walk, get a nice snack, go talk to your family members, call a friend for a bit on business and stuff. Something productive. My personal favorite is walking. Go walk inside the neighborhood for 20 minutes, come back, get right to it again. Super simple. And then for relaxing before you sleep, this one's more for sleeping benefits. But if you work a lot before you go to bed, when you go to bed, you're going to think about sleep. So I usually stop doing heavy work 2 to 3 hours before I go to sleep. So by 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'm not working anymore. Not because I don't want to, but it's because I know that if I continue working, I'm going to think about it when I try to sleep, and it's just going to make my sleep even worse. And I'm going to be even less productive the following day. So make sure you relax. Make sure you get as much as you can done. Set a cutoff point for work. After that, no more. You're done. You've done enough. Rest up. Recover. Next day, kill it. Simple as that. The next one, schedule your tomorrow today. So if you're going to plan tomorrow, plan it the day before, night before. The last thing that I do for my business and such is about 5, or as I said earlier, I'll plan out what I'm going to do the next day. So that when I wake up, I can just check the calendar and go, oh, okay. So I have to record these videos today, or I have to make these thumbnails, or I have to do this thing, or I have to do that thing. It's already planned out for me the day before. So I know I'll wake up, got to do it. It's right there. No excuses. So I would definitely recommend planning your tomorrows the night before. After that, block out distractions. All of them. Your phone is a big one. And if you don't want to turn off notifications, silence, put it away, put it out of the room. Just put it out of the room. Don't even think about it. Focus on your work. Then there's other distractions. If your family members are bothering you, let them know, hey, I'm going to be doing a lot of work during this time, and I'd prefer if you didn't interrupt me. Something like that. If you have friends constantly messaging you like, hey, I'm trying to do some work. Can you please just leave me alone for these hours? And if they keep bothering you, well, maybe you need some new friends. But if they respect you, then they'll give you your time. So make sure you try and do your best to block out distractions, YouTube accounts, social media accounts. Just do the best that you can. Obviously, you can't be perfect, but try to get to as close as you can for a distraction-free environment. An easy way would actually be just cleaning your desk. There's nothing on my desk right now except like my keyboard and such, but there's nothing on my desk. So I literally can only look at the shining bright light in front of me, for example. Next thing is don't multitask in the sense of putting your focus onto multiple things. So for example, I didn't have to do this today, but if I had to do laundry, I could put the laundry in now and do the recording. I don't have to think about laundry. It's just going to get done. But if I have to record and then I also have to do my book business stuff, it doesn't work. I can't record and do books at the same time. I can't do that. And you can't do that either. Focus on one single thing and put all your focus in it. And if you can multitask, like do your work and do laundry or something that's like taking other time that you don't have to be there for, that's the multitasking I personally recommend. And after that, set clear deadlines and be reasonably unreasonable. So I know deadlines can be a kind of a pain point for people, but personally, I feel like you need deadlines. Otherwise, you do not get anything done. I set a deadline 2 weeks ago to record 10 videos in a week. You want to know when I started doing all the videos? The day before. So yeah, that didn't go well. I gave myself a week to do it. and I didn't do it. So be reasonably unreasonable. For example, I today have recorded 10, this is my 9th video actually, become a bit more, unreasonable. It's like, maybe I could do 15 today, or maybe this week try and record 20 or 30 and actually do the action step and actually do the work. You gotta set a deadline that is reasonable. Now, obviously, hey, do 100 videos in a day. That's just being unreasonable, but that's just me. Set a deadline that's a bit closer than you think. So if you were going to set a deadline for a week, set it for 3 days. Give yourself less time so you actually get it done. But don't add so many things that's impossible for you to feel like you can do. You know what I mean? After this, optimize your schedule. This one's going to take some time because you have to understand how your schedule works. But once you have it, optimize it. So my schedule, wake up at 4. Deep work from 4 to 7. Then take a break and eat breakfast at 7 to 8. Come back and do more deep work from 8 to 10. Then go to the gym, have lunch, do some lesser work, have some dinner, and then relax for 2 hours, go to bed. I've optimized it over 6 months. So my schedule is like concrete at this point. I know exactly what I'm doing every single time. You may not be at this level yet, so start working on it. What works for you? Maybe going to the gym first thing in the morning does it better for you than going later. Maybe you prefer doing deep work later in the day when you have more energy or you have nothing at that time to distract you. You have to figure out what to do. So do some optimizations every week and so see if you can do something better to optimize your schedule. Then we got delegate and outsource your work. If you can and you have the money, or you're in a position where you can have people do other things for you and you focus on the important stuff. So for me, repricing my books would take me right now 4 hours. I just have a repricer do it. It does it for me. I don't have to think about it. For teaching, I would have the other supporting instructors teach the students who aren't doing as well, and I focus on the whole class. Simple as that. Find ways to outsource the things that you have to do but aren't the most important thing. Following this, prioritize your tasks and projects. So what is the most important thing that you need to do? So for me as a YouTuber, it's record. So this is the first thing I should be doing. Well, after that, what's the next thing? Probably scripting, probably editing, probably researching titles and such. That's probably how it would go. So prioritize what's the most important money-making thing for you. As a teacher, it was teaching. For books, it was finding books. So you have to prioritize what is the most important thing and do that first, which I'll get to later. Set clear goals and rewards. You need to have clear goals. So for me today, my goal is 10 videos recorded. And what's my reward? A nice little protein drink. Simple as that. It's easy stuff, easy wins. You need some, obviously we're going to have different reward systems. Have your reward be something positive, like going a walk, calling a friend, something like that. If you reward yourself for doing hard work like this, you want to keep doing more work. Don't reward yourself with junk food and stuff because that's not something you want, but positive rewards. After this, don't overwhelm yourself. I've been at fault for this a lot, thinking I'm hot shit and thinking I can do everything. I can tell you right now, you are not hot shit. You are not better than me. You cannot do so many things in one day. If it seems too much to do, break it up, take a break, plan, reassess. What can you remove from today and you could do tomorrow or the day after that? If you overwhelm yourself, you're going to hate what you're doing. If I felt like, hey, I'm going to record 30 videos in the next day or so, I would be burnt out and miserable and probably quit. But I'm not. I'm just doing 10. That's all I'm doing for YouTube. Just 10, editing, and we're done. Simple. After that, learn to say no. Ooh, this is something that none of you will do. If given the opportunity and you don't have the time for it, you better not say yes. You better not say yes. If you can't do it, you don't literally have the time. And if you say yes, tell them, hey, what do you want me to stop focusing on so I can focus on this? Because there have been a lot of times where I would say yes to teaching a lot of different things in that time frame. And man, I got burnt out so fast because all I was saying was yes, 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 and never gave myself any time. Learn to say no. It's a very good skill to have. A lot of people don't work the skill out. So learn to say no. Following this, link your tasks to your goals. This one's kind of nice. So what's my goal right now? My goal is to grow on YouTube and be successful. How am I gonna do that? Oh, I know, I record videos. Simple. How do I do that? I edit videos, I script, I do this, I do that, and it links to my goal. Books, same thing. I go find books, I find online books, I speak to people that have books for me, so and so. Try and find tasks that align with your goal, whether it's your business goal, your entrepreneur goal, etc., etc. Whatever you're doing, make sure it links to your goal. So for studying, it would be study. For example, I remember having a exam that I had, an essay I had to do, and instead of BSing it, it's like 20 pages, I did a page a day for 20 days. By the time I got to day 18, I was done because I had, linked my task to the goal of, all right, well, I got to write this essay, so I might as well just write something. Maybe find some, I don't know, citations, I guess. Maybe go to an editor, something like that. So keep that in mind, link your task to your goals. This next one, plan and prepare your meals. Before you even think about eating, you should probably know what you want to eat. And if you can't, just prepare the meal beforehand. This one's pretty self-explanatory. Just try not to waste too much time on your meal. Just know what you want to eat, prepare the day before or earlier, get it out of the way. Because I cooked a bunch of chicken yesterday and I'm going to eat today. Yummy, yummy. I don't have to think about cooking today. So think about that. Next one is you got to think, what are your goals? Because if what you're doing does not align with your goals, cut it out. You're wasting your time. Simple. Cut it out. You're wasting time. If it doesn't apply to your goal, you don't need it. You really don't. So understand what your purpose is. What are your goals? If you know what those are, do the things that benefit that. Don't do other random crap. Focus on your goals. Focus on your purpose. Whatever it is for you, focus on that. And the last thing that I will mention for you is that's taking a bit longer than I thought, is eat the frog. You wake up, get dressed, go to work, do the hardest work first. When I wake up, I do the hardest work first. For me today, that was recording. Tomorrow, that's going to be creating thumbnails. Day after that, it's going to be scripting and creating ideas. So eat the frog first. Do the hard work first. Do it all immediately, and the rest of the day will be a lot easier. So those are the 15 tips for you. Go back through the video, look through which ones you might need to do. I would recommend rewatching it again and doing all of them. But other than that, if you need help with time management, the links down below will help you out. I can make you a calendar, and I can help you with your time management and productivity. Check those out, and I'll see you guys in the next one.